numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. 8 weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A second down throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On third down, it's Prescott. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 24 yards. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. A first down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hey, 47.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
26.
Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Check 15, check 15. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Bang, 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 bang.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Back one.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you. Here we go, 47. It's just me and you. Check. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check. It's free. He's crashing. He's checking.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Kill. Tackle. Check 3.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. 7-7, our score after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
Wide open, complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Rodgers now to throw. Blitz coming and down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get.
And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Steps away to his left. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
He'll live to fight another down, right?
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 56 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
58. 54 Mike. Got you. I got you, sir. I got you, sir. Slam, slam, slam. Check 30.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on first down. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
50 the mic, 50 the mic.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Kill. Stop. Put it to Jet Bomber. Put it to Jet Bomber.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Under.
Prescott now, option right. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, keep it up. 49. Check 49. Check 49. 50.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. Broken tackle. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
That play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here's Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. This is Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check, 93. Here go 47. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On second down, it's Elliott.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Hey, watch your leg. Here we go, 46, 46. Mike 50, Mike 50. Mike, hustle. Here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. 26.
Throwing, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Push him back.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
319. Rip left, rip left.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second and 11 now. Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the third time in 4 NFL seasons. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Check. Hey, look. We're going to 54.
They go to Elliott again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Prescott to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them
it got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 84 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Again, it's Elliott. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Gun. Then we're going to 53.
Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Stand 300.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll go again to Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now Austin. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.